Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Welcome again to Ron's Opinion Don't Matter, even though sometimes it do. Make sure y'all take advantage of that OG Network promo code. That's OG Network 26 promo code for all your purchases of top to bottom hair and skincare product, $35 and up. And if you're not sure where to find the website is, right here located on my page. Just hit that link button and it will tell you all the wonderful, you'll be able to see all the wonderful candles, hair care products, skincare products, everything that they make on the website. You can't find the website, you go right here on the OG Network. Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. Link is right there on the website, right here on the YouTube page, right here. You ain't got to go searching that far. And again, that promo code is OG Network 26. That's OG Network 26. And you get a 15% discount on all your purchases of $35 and up. Once again, here we are on this Monday, and many are celebrating it as Martin Luther King Day, birthday, whatever, however way they celebrate it. I think it's a wonderful thing. I remember up in Philly, they do a lot of they do like a day of service on Martin Luther King's birthday, and I think that's amazing. I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. I like seeing people do good stuff. And sometimes you work every day, and you got to deal with everyday life, and you get a day like that where some of these people might be off from their jobs, got some free time or whatever, and they just do a day of service. And I know it's not just Philly. I know there's a lot of that going across the country, different places or whatever, in honor of what Martin Luther King fought for. Some disagree with him. Some agree, some disagree. I'm not getting into that because I don't care. I look at the benefit of what he fought for, and that's it. The rest of that stuff, whatever. But I think it's a wonderful thing, and I'm gonna leave that right there. As it relates to normally on Mondays, I do my likes and dislikes. Stuff that I dislike and stuff that I like. I didn't label this video that way no more because most of the time I notice that people don't read the room anyway. They don't read the titles. They just don't. They come in here with the noise. They come in here with the rhetoric. So we're just going to talk about it. So anybody come on the live, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. And we're just going to get into it. We're just going to get into it. And for me personally, I was watching this video somebody did on Jasmine Crockett. And I found it to be extremely hilarious. And the reason why I found it to be hilarious because at some point in the video, she was talking about the Renee Good girl woman that got unalived by the Ice Age. I'm not even getting that part yet, but I watched her go into this emotional bullcrap over this woman, right? Now, the reason why I'm bringing up Jasmine Crockett because she always trying to holler black this and black that, and this is for black people, but never once did she shed a tear for the black girl that was murdered by the illegal immigrants. None of them was out there. This is why I tell y'all when they say this stuff out their mouth, it's more bullcrap than anything. They care less. They care less. Because where was the outrage for them? And I'm not just talking about one black person. Listen, illegal immigrants murdering anybody in America is wrong. I don't care what skin color it is. But because they always run into the skin color thing, where was her outrage in that? Where was all her tears and all her crying and everything for that? Since she's so blackity black. Where? But she up there getting emotional over a liberal white woman being murdered. But she didn't shed a tear for the woman that was worried about these illegal immigrants. Not one. And she ain't the only one that was murdered that's of melanated skin that was murdered by illegal immigrants. I'm just pointing out that there was, for the ones that were, where was her tears for them? What's up, Leah? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Again, where was her tears, Jasmine Crockett? Where was your tears for that? Hey, Leah, you're welcome to the show. If you want, I'll send you the link and you're in. Because at this point, a lot of people going, I'll put the link in the chat. You can come right on in. It don't matter to me. And my thing is that, like I said, Jasmine Crockett, again, where was the tears for that black woman? You so quick, since y'all want to point out skin color all the time. Where was the tears for that? Where? Where are the tears? Brutally murdered. No tears from the Democrats. But I'm not really talking about all the Democrats. I'm just talking about the tears that this woman had for the Renee Good woman. Where was those tears and all of that outrage when they murdered who you always hollering, blackity, black, black, black? Where's the tears for that person? None. Zero. None. Where was it? How do you feel about 40 billion Trump gave to Argentina? I don't feel any kind of way about it. I trust the judgment of the president until he give me another reason not to. The same way, and my thing is this. I don't know why he did it. I really don't care about it. It's like I'm not okay with taking care of no country. I want to take care of home. And as long as he's doing the right thing by home, the other stuff I don't care about. But I want to get into this part right here.
35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez now facing first and second degree murder charges, said to be from Guatemala and in the country illegally. Police say Hernandez Mendez murdered Takara Thompson inside his bedroom in this house. Investigators not saying how she was killed or what happened inside the home leading up to her murder.
So this is a young woman who dedicated part of her young life to serving others,
I'm not going to get into the whole video.
And I want that to...
I'm not going to get in the whole video. But my point is, where was her outrage? You always hollering the skin color stuff. Where is it? Where was it? This is what I mean by it. A lot of times they just full of crap. And this goes right back to all of the time that you watch the Democrats and hear how demonically behaved they are. And when I say Democrats, I'm talking about the liberals too, because y'all part of that. I put all y'all in with them. I'll tell you how I feel about that when you tell me how you feel about Joe Biden giving over $200 billion to Ukraine. But I don't particularly care about it. Honestly, I don't. Gas prices are coming down. Cost of living is coming down. All of these restrictions and stuff like that they were putting on all these companies are got back, scaled back. The Second Amendment rights are being restored like they should be as much as they possibly can. So my thing is this: no one can distract me from the goods when y'all worrying about something like that. This country has done a lot for a lot of countries. Argentina ain't the only one. We've given a lot to a lot of countries. So when they start giving out money, I'm not okay with it, but I don't have no control over it. So I'm not going to focus on that. What I'm going to focus on is the good things that are happening right now in America. And I'm going to make sure that me and my team and people around me get the knowledge and get the benefit and find a way to financially benefit from it at the end of the day. So one thing I'm never going to let nobody do is distract me with bullcrap. Because the government is always giving away money to somebody that ain't supposed to have it. They've been doing this for years. And I don't know why, and I don't really care why. But my thing is this: where was your outrage when it was the other side around? My thing is, this is what they look for. They look for a reason to complain. This is where you got to understand the difference between me and the difference between people like that. When you're a person that looks for something negative 24/7, you need to check yourself. That's my point. I'm going to look for, I went through even before Trump won the election, I literally wanted a reason to look at the Biden administration and find something in it that was beneficial to America. And I couldn't. It was so much mess going on that I could not find anything else. Because all they cared about was everybody else but America. And you can't tell me what's going on right here in America as far as the Trump administration that is most of what they're doing right now is beneficial to American citizens. My case in point is him trying to put a freeze on people's interest rate at 10% on these credit cards that they already paying debt on. That's beneficial to American citizens. My thing is this. I didn't even know he could do that for a whole year. I don't know if it's, my thing is this. I don't know if he can do it. But my thing is this. With all of that going on, with 9% inflation going on at that time Biden in his office, why they didn't do it? Why didn't they find a way to lower that, do that for them? Again, with all of this restriction the Biden administration was doing to shut down all the oil and gas and prices, and they seen the cost of it, why did they wait so long to try to reverse course? Because they wanted to force you to drive electric cars. They didn't want you to have a choice. That's tyranny. That is tyrannical. So don't tell me about $40 billion. I can care less. Honestly, I can care less. I don't like none of the money going nowhere until we first take it home. But I'm not going to be focused on $40 billion. I'm not. Because I see all of the stuff that the Trump administration is doing that's by far more beneficial to American citizens, like tariffs. And there's a good possibility that American citizens are probably might see one of the largest tax returns they've ever seen. Possible. I don't know for sure. But why would I focus on that when I'm listening? At the end of the day, I got to eat too. My family got to eat. My friends got to eat. They got family. They got kids, all that stuff. I want to see the stuff that's beneficial to American citizens. Why? So that American citizens can find a way to financially benefit from it. Because too far for too long, a lot of this stuff is always hitting from the average person. They do all this stuff in the background where you don't know what's going on. You have no clue what's happening. They quiet about it, and only their cronies benefit from it. The White House is always posting stuff on Truth Social about what's going on. Constantly. On Truth Social, constantly on X. They're telling you what's happening. Now, you can get in your feelings and be like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like this person. Or you can say, you know what? This might be an opportunity for me to take advantage of it as an average American citizen. We're getting the information in real time. And guess what? For me personally, it has been extremely beneficial. Because I knew what was going to happen ahead of time, I got an opportunity for my investments to increase by almost 30%. Because finally somebody gave us the information before it happened, as opposed to after the well has been drained. Yeah, that was. But my thing is, Leah, is that I personally care less about the Epstein list. That was everybody else. I can care less about the list because at the end of the day, unless you got evidence, this is just my opinion, unless you got evidence of somebody touching children, I don't care what two adults do with each other. Y'all want to clap butts together, do whatever, just like Diddy. I didn't care what's going on in Diddy's house. Only thing I is protecting innocent and children, mostly children and the innocent. That's it. And if you can find that, I don't need, because a list does not say guilt to me. See, that's to me is just, that's why I didn't care. I'm not a child. I'm not concerned about all these people on the list. I don't care about no flight logs. I don't care about none of that stuff. What I care about is if you got evidence of somebody touching children, hang them. That's it. If you got evidence of somebody forcing people to do stuff that they did not want to do, then you deal with that. I don't need all of the detail because just because someone's, and this is just my opinion, just because someone's on a list doesn't mean they're guilty of a crime. Just because someone is on an island doesn't mean they're guilty of a crime. If I go into someone's house, I don't know what they do until I get there and start seeing what's going on. Just the same thing with Diddy house. If somebody went in at Diddy house, I don't know what happened at Diddy house. If I go into Diddy house, I'm walking into somebody's house and then I see all this crazy stuff going on. Next thing I know, oh man, I got to get up out of here. Now, I don't know the whole situation with Epstein Island. You see what's going on. You over there in the alley, like, wait a minute. I didn't know y'all did this crazy stuff over here. Now if it's the only way out of there is a flight, you got to wait for a flight to get out. That's my whole point. So I just don't, I just never put that much energy into that because I feel like that was another way to distract American citizens from real time stuff. I don't have the energy for that. Just like I didn't have the energy for the Diddy stuff, because those things, in my opinion, are more about distracting you from opportunity. That's where I'm at with that. But I get. Yeah, you're right, Lee, and I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly with that one. I think it was more of a blackmail list for people to get them to shut up, be quiet, or play ball. What's up, Queen Sackcloth? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Hopefully all is well with you, and hopefully all is well with my brother out the pit. Y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Hopefully as well, everything is going well in your life. Yes, she probably listening. Yeah, and it's like, so that's where I'm like, that's where I just like, sometimes you got to use common sense and you got to get out of the noise and stuff like this, because all of that stuff is more of a distraction than anything. That's what it is. And I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to get into something else. And that's where I've always been at. That's where I'm going to always be at. And that's where my stance is at. But I'm going to tell y'all something. And I'm going back to, because we on here, I'm going to get into my point exactly about investing, right? And the reason why I'm going to get into this part, because this is where, again, if you was following my page, and I'm not saying I know everything about investing. I'm not saying that I am the investment guru or nothing like that. I'm not going to say that because that's not what it is. Most of the time, I talk about what I'm going to do. But let's just say for some reason, somebody decided to do what I was saying and some of the stocks that I mentioned at the time that I was mentioning, because timing is everything. Justice runs on diesel. What's up, my brother? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you for real. Let's just say, for the sake of conversation, someone actually purchased and went and bought stocks that I was talking about I was going to buy at the time that I was talking about it, because timing is everything. I have to go back to this because this is the reason why you got to pay attention so that you can benefit from this financial. This is the financial. When I started telling people about, there was one person that was on my live and asked, if you had $10,000, where would you put it at? And I said, I will put it in AGNC. And at the time I mentioned the company AGNC stock, it was sitting under $9 a share. Right now, I didn't do it. I wasn't saying it because I thought the stock was going to go sky high. That's not the reason why. I said that it was because the amount of money that they pay monthly on dividends compared to the investment was a reason for me to jump in. That was the reason why I said, because I like the amount of dividend that you collect, and I like, what I'm on, the return on that. Now, I also knew, and this is what I said I also knew that if you bought it at that time, when the Federal Reserve start lowering interest rates, more than likely that stock is going to start to go up. This is what I said. Because I know that the Feds might be lowering interest rates, when they start to lower the interest rate, AGNC stock is probably going to start to decline slightly. Now, at that time, it was sitting under $9 a share. It is currently creeping up onto $12 a share. Of course, the stock market is open today right now, but my point is, it is creeping up on $12 a share right now. Now, I did it for the dividends. I'm not selling it. But that's my point. I just said the same thing with Ford Motor Company. I said the same thing with General Motors. I said the same thing with Stellantis. I've mentioned so many different stocks, and I'm not saying every last one of them are in the red. I mean, in the green. That went up a lot from what that time, but I kept mentioning them. I kept mentioning why. Timing is everything. So if you're a person that's trying to invest and you're trying to establish an income and stuff like that, I talk about that stuff on my channel as often as I can. I can't do it all the time, but I do talk about that. So for me, I didn't care. Even though I'm listening to what they're saying, I need to know what y'all going to do so I know how to invest my money. Now, prior to that, I was talking about semiconductors. Prior to that time, I was talking about semiconductors. Probably the year before that, I was pumping money in semiconductors. Every last one of them, I'm making money on for. Some of them, I'm up 100% return. If I was to sell it, not selling it, but if I was to sell, I'm up 100%. Again, not paying attention to the noise, looking for opportunity. The noise is always going to be a distraction. That's what it is. It's not that. Listen, look at the pawns that are out there protesting. They're out there. Oh, we'll give you some money. Go out there, protest, Trump, protest this. Keep the noise going on. The news are going to get in there and they're going to have you all distracted with all of this stuff. They're going to have you distracted by all this stuff. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to miss out on opportunity every single time. I feel you, Sean. I feel you. Micron is a great investment opportunity. Mark my words, and you're absolutely right. And Justice, I got stock in them, and I agree with you 100% on that one. Real talk, I agree with you. And I agree with you. And Leah, I have to say you and Sean are on it. I can't speak to it as much as y'all probably could because I spend my time doing other stuff. But I'm quite sure. And like I said before, you have to always, at the end of the day, who in this country don't live by money? Don't live outside of your having a relationship with God, and I get all that. I'm not trying to dispute that part. But we live in a system where you need financial money. You just need money. That's it. We live in a country where money is how we use what we use it for exchange for goods and services. So I'm gonna put it to you like this. Lee, I'm gonna tell you like this. When you look at United States of America, when you look at the law of God and you look at the law of United States of America, there's a whole lot of similarities. You clearly see that when they were writing a lot of these laws back then, they were Christian based. I see it. That's just me personally. They were Christian based. Now, does that mean all of them were? No. But I believe that most of them were Christian based, biblical based. And I think once you start to deviate outside of the biblical based laws, you start to open yourself up to all types of mess. That's just my opinion. In the Bible, it don't say not to beat your kids. In the Bible, it says you should it actually tells you to chastise your children. Yeah, when people don't realize that the Bible used to be a school curriculum. Right, and I agree with you. The banning of the abortion, and Sean, here's my point. My thing is this: is that As a child who got spanked, and I am a child that's been spanked by their parents. Now, there is a difference between chastisement and abuse. I know the difference. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you're a kid and you're out there wilding out and you're not listening, and your parents spank you once, spank you twice, however way they spank you, whatever. My thing is this. The hardest concept for people to understand is that discipline, chastising, and spanking from a loving parent is more a demonstration of love than anything else. And I'm explaining to you why I agree with chastising and disciplining your children. Being a child that was disciplined, that means that my parents did not just let me go out there and throw my life away and let me get away with everything. Because here's the thing, you're going to get disciplined. If your behavior don't correct, you're going to get disciplined. You're either going to get disciplined by your parents growing up, or you're going to get disciplined by the law in prison. And if depending on the prison that you go to and depending on your ability to fight, your behind is still in jeopardy of being taken advantage of. So it doesn't go away. So as a young person, if you got parents that love you and feeding you and clothing you and taking care of you, but there is sometimes they might have to spank you because you deserve it. I knew I did. I knew I deserved every spanking I got, maybe other than one or two. But the vast majority of spankings I got, I earned them. But I also never been to prison. Because once you make it to prison, depending on who you're around, that booty gonna get spanked too. This is why sometimes you should just, if your kid, now I'm not saying all kids, because some kids don't need all that. I agree. Some kids just don't. There's some kids, man, you don't have to do a lot of that. Some kids, you don't have to do all of that. My parents beat me. My mother beat me and my father beat me. My grandfather beat me. My uncles, they would have beat me if they had to. Yeah, listen, if you send your kids to the hospital, now I ain't gonna lie to you. No, I ain't never got beat that bad where I was possibly in the hospital. But but my parents never beat me that bad. But I'm gonna be honest with you. There was moments where I'd be honest, being honest, they should have. I'm being honest. They should have. What kind of? Yeah, I'm good. Get a life. I don't get these people with this stuff. Yeah, like I said, me personally, yeah, yeah. Oh, your wife attended. Yeah, listen. See, this is what I'll be honest with you. It goes back to school. Now that they brought up his wife was in Catholic school and she got beaten, right? Here's the thing. I was in elementary school. My teachers beat me in elementary school. Let me tell you how, listen. Mr. Jones, he used to spank us. We got spanked by the teachers. See, this is why we never did stuff in school that these kids do in school. So we stayed getting spanked. And we were earning every whooping. Then my parents came up to the school, what? Oh, no. You had my father gave the teachers permission to spank me. He came up to the school. He said, if that boy act up right there, you got all my permission to spank his behind. He gave him permission. I'm looking at my father like, why would you do that? But guess what? There was a reason why he did that. Because he wanted me to learn how to respect authority. As a kid, I don't see that. As a kid, I didn't see it. I was like, why would he do that? But what my father wanted me to do is he wanted me to learn how to respect authority. That's it. He didn't want me to think that I could go around, do, and say anything I wanted to say, disrespect adults and disrespect that. He was not for that. He wasn't for it. But now, these days, these kids disrespect everybody. They don't have no. A lot of them don't have no respect for nobody. And then when they go to jail, they crying and boohoo and wishing that they wish they would have had a different outcome. What's up, Mental Raccoon? What's going on, my brother? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. I'm trying to read your comments. Yeah, you know, y'all already know how ignorant people is on this channel sometimes. They love to come in here with the stupidity. But yeah, I got beat a lot, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, Mr. Jones was a teacher. He beat me. Miss Perry was a teacher. She beat me. My father beat me. My mother beat me. My grandfather beat me. Probably maybe an uncle or aunt here and there. I'm not sure. My neighbors chastised me. Miss Peggy chastised me. Miss Connie chastised me. Yeah, I got beat a lot. Yeah, I got beat a lot. So, but again, it taught me a whole lot. And guess what? I'm not mad at not one of them. Listen, I'm not mad at not one of them. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When I look back, and all right, I'm gonna tell y'all one of my neighbors, not Miss Addie, but why am I not thinking her name? Miss Pat, right? The lady next door to me, Miss Pat, and she was mean. I ain't gonna say, all right, she really wasn't mean. At the time as a kid, I thought she was mean. But if I said to Miss Pat I was hungry, guess what Miss Pat would do? She would feed me. She would feed me. Even my neighbor, Miss Addie, if I said I was hungry, they would feed me. They also would spank my behind. See, this generation don't think that you should be spanked. Because that's why they so soft about everything. They get offended by everything. And everything is about emotions and emotions and emotions. I got spanked. I got beat. And my thing is this, is that and being a person that grew up in the hood where crime was prevalent a lot, illegal activity was around me all the time, and I grew up in an environment where it could have easily went south for me, and it didn't. Because I had parents that did not let me get away with everything. I had parents that just did not let me wild out and do anything I wanted to do and just get away with it. And when you let somebody keep getting away with stuff as a child, guess what they're going to think as an adult? That they can do whatever they want to do and get away with it. And then when the law comes to chastise them, now you're crying because they are in jail because they went out there and violated some law that they might not be able to come back from. Now they done sacrificed 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of their life for a brief moment of whatever that was that caused it. Because most of the time, it takes a few seconds or a few minutes to do something wrong, which costs you way more on the other end. So something's just not worth it. So I thank God that my parents chastised me. I thank God my grandfather beat me. I thank God that my neighbors chastised me. I thank God that the school teachers chastised me. Now, everybody might not feel that way, and that's fine if they don't, but I'm good with it. Thank God they beat me. I earned them whoopings. What's going on, Dark Horse? God bless you. Welcome in. Do a brother a favor, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Appreciate it. It don't cost you anything. Also, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. It ain't gonna hurt you. Real talk. And Leah said, I earned them whoopings too, I promise you. Hey, listen. A beating ain't going to kill you. Spankings ain't going to kill you. And in a lot of cases, it's going to make you a better person. But if you don't get spanked as a child, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get spanked by the law. When you sit up in that courtroom because you committed some crime, because you were so used to getting away with it, you thought that was normal. Now you got caught. And now the justice system is handling you. And now you're getting spanked by some dude in the prison because now you bent over getting spanked and he's shoving something in you. Is it really worth it? See, your parents, if they loved you, they shouldn't have just let you get away with all that stuff. They should have chastised you. I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking about chastisement. Spanking. If it's necessary, because some kids don't need to be spanked. My cousin kids, I can honestly say they didn't need to be spanked. Some kids it's just naturally in them. But some kids like me, shucks, I got up every morning trying to figure out how I can earn a woman. I got up every morning as a kid trying to figure out how the heck can I earn another woman. Oh, wow. What is your IRA up now? I think the last time I looked, my IRA was up 28%. 28%. 28. My IRA is up 28%. That's the last time I looked, which was like 3 days ago. 3 or 4 days ago, something like that. Yeah, Dark. At the end of the day, man, like a lot of times we let these people that don't have children tell us how to raise children. We let these people that ain't trying to make children tell us how to we should raise our own. That's what they do. When you look at a person talking about how you're supposed to handle a child, first thing you ask them, do you got some? Then shut the hell up. Are you raising some kids? All right, then shut up. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that really qualifies you. School teachers are not parents unless they got children. Nobody that don't have children can tell you how you should raise children. I don't care about these therapy people. I don't care about none of that. Raise some children yourself. Then you can talk. That's where I'm at. Raise some children yourself. Then you can talk. Because all that go out the window when you got a kid that's sneaking out the house to do all he wants to do. When you feeding a child and he giving you his middle finger or her middle finger every time, telling me I don't need you and all that other stuff. They talk all that stuff. Raise some children and tell me that. Yeah, I would. Hey, listen, I know what that feel like because we had switches across the street from my house, and man, yeah, ain't nothing worse than have to go get the weapon that's going to tear your behind up. Like even in the house, go upstairs and get my belt. Why I gotta go get the weapon too? Like really, why would I why you already earned the whooping, already gonna get beat. Why do I gotta go get the weapon too? Like I think that's the worst punishment you can. That's more abuse than anything. You're gonna make me go get the weapon that's gonna beat me. Now here's the thing: I don't get to choose the weapon. You're gonna make me go get the weapon and tell me what weapon to get to beat me with. Yeah, I laugh when I see people say that stuff. Oh, I got a degree in child psychology. Shut up. Just shut up. And I'm not saying that you don't have some reasonable output. This is just me. I'm not saying that you don't have maybe some good ideas or something like that, but trust me when I tell you, I am a child born and raised in the hood. None of that gonna work for me. I am not the child that you can put in timeout. I'm not that child. I was the child that's going to test everything. I test my mother's patience. I test my father's patience. I tested their endurance. I said if I do it so many times, long enough, continuously, eventually they're going to get tired and they're going to get tired of beating me. That was my whole mission. They never knew that. That was my thought pattern as a kid. If I keep doing it long enough, they're going to get tired of beating me because they're getting old and I'm still young. Didn't quite work out that way. And 54-46, I'm glad you overcame all of that. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I feel you, Justice. Yeah, and listen, I love working for mine. It's hard for me to take, like, listen, I'm not going to say I'm proudful, but I'd rather earn it than somebody just hand it to me. I don't mind earning it. Like, for me, the joy of doing something is the joy of earning it. I love earning it. Oh, my goodness. See, see right there? See, that was Dark Horse. That was psychological right there. See how he said, yo, Nana was a legend for real. She would braid them together. See, this is how wise these people were. That whole braiding was more psychological torture. Because now you really got to see the weapon become more refined before it connect with your behind. All that was psychological. No, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, I don't have knock nobody with their degrees, and I think it has some a certain level of usage. But nah, I'm not that one. You know what I mean? Yeah, God bless you. God bless you, Grandma Leah. Believe me, my grandfather was a beast, bro. If it was somebody that beat the whole family, it was my grandfather. My grandfather, he didn't take nothing from nobody. Oh wow, you guys are 20 minutes apart. That's crazy. Yeah, Leah. If you 20 minutes away from Justice, you wow. You and your husband, I guess you and your husband and y'all gonna be hanging out together. I feel some kind of way because I know he got all that land. Justice got all the land. He got the beautiful fish. Got all that nice stuff out there. You could just shoot firearms all over the place. Nobody get hit. Yeah, that's torture. That's what's up, man. Listen, hard, work smart, whatever way you earn a living, man. As long as you ain't out there breaking the law, robbing and stealing from people, if you out there earning it, man, listen, I give anybody credit, man. It's easy to fall into the trap of, oh, I'm gonna just, I'll just go take it from somebody else, man. Hey, there is no more fulfillment, especially as a man, as to get out there and earn it and know that you did. and you didn't take it, you didn't rob nobody, you didn't steal it from somebody, none of that stuff. Did you get mental help yet? Nope. I got Jesus. I don't need mental help. Yeah, I'm jealous of y'all. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. 5446. I agree. Just go work. Ryan, that TDS, go crazy. TDS is made up disease from stupid people used to shield them from debate. Sounds like somebody wants attention. That's what's up, man. Leah said, I like to debate, Ryan. I tell y'all what. You want to debate Leah, you could. I mean, you don't really want to debate me because 9 times out of 10, y'all don't. I already know y'all attention seekers. I know y'all attention seekers. You want to debate me, Ryan? I'll let you come on my show and you can debate me, but I need to see your face. You want to debate? I don't even care what the subject is. I'll let you pick the subject. And it might be something I have no idea about. But one thing about me is I run on common sense. I run 100% on common sense. So you can debate and I'll let you pick the subject. And my thing is this, I run on common sense. So I really don't care one way or the other. You want to come on my show and debate? I'll give you the link. I just got to see your face. As long as I see your face, you can come on my show. If I can't see your face, you can't come on my show. That's what's up, bro. There's always the children that come in. Like I said, my thing is this, I run on common sense. And if you talking about any subject, I'm gonna go right back to common sense. If it makes sense, if it makes sense, we good. If it don't make sense, then I'm gonna call you on it. Reading is comprehension. Oh boy. Right, you can't. My thing is this is that if I right, that's my whole point. Howard, you're absolutely correct. If I agree with you, there's no debate. You get what I'm saying? You can't debate truth and you can't debate facts. You either don't want to hear it, you might not like it, but you can't debate truth and you can't debate facts. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to common sense. That's it. If you don't like racists, why do you vote for Trump? Because Trump is not a racist. You are. He said, how is Trump a racist? I'll wait. Hey, Leah, speaking of that, have you ever seen that video, right? And I probably should have brought it up, but I'm not going to bother. But there's a video that Trump did years ago. And he was talking about the racist Trump, y'all. This is the racist Trump that y'all were talking about. This was years ago. Trump was talking about, and they asked him a question about black people, right? And in the conversation, Trump said that, he admired black people. He said he wished he could be a lot of them because he think they're very smart and he think they're very intelligent. Why would a racist person say something like that? I'm just saying. Why would a racist person allow Jennifer Hudson to stay 8 months in his Trump Towers for years? 8 months rent-free to make sure they were safe when people tried to slaughter her family. And she was a black woman. Why would a racist let a homeless black woman stay in Trump Towers for 9 years rent-free and took care of her? Okay, yeah, he's a racist. Why would a racist let Mike Tyson, Holyfield, Don King, and do all this business with all these black people when it comes to fighting and promoting fights? Yeah, he's a racist. All of these black people that performed in this vineyard, all of these black people that he loaned money and then turned around and said, don't worry about it, go run your business. But he's a racist. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. He's not very good at being a racist. Now he might be pretty good at being the president, but he's not very good at being a racist because there's too many things that I keep finding out that kind of turns the signal at, nah, not a racist. I'm just saying. Here come the other libtard. Literally fine for racists, and then when you look at that very same case that y'all keep bringing up, that whole case was overturned. That whole case that y'all keep talking about was overturned. But I know y'all don't want to hear that part. He wasn't found for being racist. It was overturned. So again, always throwing one thing, but never come back with other. Now, let's go back to who was it? Where's the other one? Where's he at? Let's go to Jesse Dark Horse right here. Even Jesse Jackson spoke highly of him. You know why Jesse Jackson spoke highly of Trump? Because when Jesse Jackson was running for president, Trump donated $1 million to his campaign. Why would a racist do that? So you're not making sense. Why would a racist man donate $1 million to help Jesse Jackson campaign when knowing going well Jesse Jackson was not going to win? But here's another one for you. The girl Angela, who was in prison, one of the black people that Trump pardoned from prison, right? They imprisoned her because she was advocating, because she was trying to stop people from aborting children. She was trying to save black lives. See, black lives really mattered to her because she was trying to rescue babies from abortion. That's what she was doing. Her name is Angela. I can't remember her last name, but her name is Angela. They put her in prison. Trump pardoned her. She got a program called the Angie's House. Now, if this woman is saving black babies in the womb to try to give them an opportunity to live, and Trump being a racist and not liking black people, why would he pardon the person that's trying to save black lives? You're not making sense. See, that's what I mean by common sense. That's common sense. How is that? Everything that man doing would be the very opposite of being a racist. If I was a racist, why would I go into Washington, D.C., where predominantly black people live, right? If I was a racist, and if I seen a lot of crime and stuff happening in the black neighborhoods, and I seen that they killing each other, why would I go try to save them? Why would I send a National Guard to try to bring down the crime in those type of neighborhoods when I know they're killing each other? A racist ain't going to do that. You know what a racist is going to do? He going to do what the Democratic Party does and the liberals do. Oh, leave them alone. Let them have it their way. Let them kill each other. Let them keep aborting the babies and stuff. See that though? To common sense. If I look at what somebody is doing and I can see the direction it's going, that don't even make sense. He will be the worst performing racist of all because everything that he's doing right now has been saving black lives. Look how much crime rate went down since he's been in office. Look how little black people have been dying in these communities since he's been in office. Look how much the fentanyl dropped since he's been in office. So again, Ryan, you say you want to debate? Let me see your face. I'll put the link in the chat and you're welcome to come in here and debate me with it. You willing to debate me with it? Yeah, that one's going too. And I think it's this. If they out there marching for them, they got to be out there crazy. Like, here's the thing, and it's not even about skin color to me. And for the sake of entertaining these idiots, I just say it. But again, none of what the man is doing is against any type of community, but more beneficial to the black community. Because here's the thing, it's these white liberals, white women, and the Democratic Party who don't want these illegals out of the black and Hispanic neighborhoods. They're the ones don't want them out of there. That's why they doing what they doing. See, my thing is this. If I'm a racist and I know that y'all are the ones that are going to deal with all of that, then why would I try to get them out of there? No, I'm going to leave them right there and let y'all deal with the problem. I'm going to let y'all deal with the problem. See, I don't have to go look up anything. If I want to, the white liberal women, mostly, I'm not saying ain't no black people, I ain't saying it, but mostly white liberal women are out there, and the Democratic Party out there right now, all that protesting that's going on, none of that stuff is happening in any other neighborhood but black and Hispanic neighborhood. So again, if you care that much about black America and white and Hispanic America, why would you be okay with them staying there? Now, here's the thing. Why none of these Democrats and none of these white liberals, why are they not pissed off when that black girl got murdered by a legal immigrant? Where's the protest in the heat? Why are they not heated about that? Why are they not heated and protesting when that black girl got murdered by an illegal immigrant? And they still fighting for the legal immigrant. They're fighting for the legal immigrant, and they bringing up this one girl who got off by the ICE agent, but they're not mad and protesting that these illegal immigrants are killing American citizens. So what side are y'all on? Since y'all don't like American citizens, don't care what color they are, why don't y'all go to these countries y'all love so much? That's how I see it. So where's the outrage with that? Nope. No outrage with that. No outrage with that, is it? They don't care. It's bullcrap. It's all bullcrap. All right, so for you people,
Now facing Hugo Hernandez
where's your outrage? I want to hear it. Where's your outrage?
Second-degree murder charges, said to be from Guatemala and in the country illegally. Police say Hernandez Mendez murdered Dakara Thompson inside his bedroom in this house. Investigators not saying how she was killed or what happened inside the home leading up to her murder.
So this is a young woman who dedicated part of her young life to serving others, And I want that to ring home to all of you that this is a good young woman.
The 19-year-old Thompson was last seen alive August 22nd, walking away from her car near a gas station in Lanham, apparently leaving everything but her cell phone in the car. Her family reporting Dakara missing the next day. Her body was found Sunday in a grassy area along Route 50 near Annapolis. Suspect is 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez. Now
So again, where's the outrage? This is a legal immigrant that murdered a person in America who happened to be melanated. Why y'all not mad? Why y'all not protesting? Go protest that. That's what y'all do. Go protest that. And I got a list of them, of people that were murdered by illegal immigrants, and y'all trifling behind are more worried about illegal immigrants and less about American citizens. So you know what? Y'all kiss my behind. Y'all kiss my behind. That's why I know the Democrats don't care about no skin color stuff. They don't care about black people. They don't. They just say that stuff. You got Jasmine Crockett spitting tears for a person that got murdered by the ICE, but she ain't shed a tear for none of these black people or none of these white people that has been murdered by illegal immigrants. And look at this dumb statement. Let me show y'all this one. Right here. Less Americans were killed in 2025 than illegal immigrants by ICE. Look how stupid that is. Less Americans. So you okay with Americans dying, you just long as it's less. I'm going to use your statement. As long as it's less Americans. It don't matter how many Americans. So you okay with Americans dying because that's what your statement says. Your statement says, Coastal Cider, less Americans were killed in 2025 by illegal immigrants than ICE. So what you're saying is you're okay with Americans dying as long as it's not too many of them. See what I mean by common sense? That's how I know y'all care more about illegal immigrants than y'all do about American citizens. Because you put that stupid statement up there. And then you're going to argue the stupidity of it. It doesn't matter. They're Americans. They should not be dying from nobody. Especially somebody who came over here illegally. We got enough of our own criminals. We don't need everybody else's. See, that's what you should have said. But you didn't because you don't like America. What you should have said was America got its own problem when it comes to murder and killing. We don't need nobody else's. So let's get the criminals out of here so that we only have to deal with our own. That's what you should have said. But you're stupid and you're retarded. Just like you want to call me names. No, my thing is this. You're still not addressing the issue. Where's your outrage with that? You don't care. You don't care that Americans are dying. You don't care. At the hands of illegal immigrants. So since you don't care, bye-bye. Go create another YouTube page and come back with that one. It's crazy. These people, listen, let me explain something to you. And do I have, or if everybody in America perfect? No. We all got problems. We all got stuff. We got our own criminals to deal with. That's why we got jail, prison, and all the other stuff, court system and stuff, to deal with the bad and the worst of America. Who in their right mind would invite criminals from another country to participate And therefore, now our ICE agents, our police officers, and everybody else is working extremely harder to get rid of them. To get rid of them. Let me explain something to you. I don't think America is perfect. But one thing I'm never going to be okay with, other people from other countries coming over here terrorizing my country. I stand 100% with my fellow American citizens. That's it. I don't care what skin color you are. I feel like this is me. You born and raised in this country. This is your country. If you came over this country the right way and you went through the process the right way, this also is your country. But if you came over in this border and you did it the wrong way and you crossed across that border illegally, I have no respect for you because you don't respect the rules of my country. Therefore, get out. Get out. That's where I'm at with that. Get out. Now, the Trump administration made a way for you to leave on your own, and they actually said they'll finance it. So leave. We don't want you here. We only want people here that's going to respect this country and love this country the same way we do. So you cannot be okay with that. Mark, I appreciate you so much. God bless you. God bless you. Appreciate you very, very much, brother. Real talk, real talk. Appreciate you. This is where I'm at, and I'm always going to stand on this. I stand 100% with my American citizens. That don't mean do I like everybody, what everybody is doing in America? Do we have our crime, not crime, whatever? All of that is necessary. We have to deal with. It's part of our life. But I'm never going to be okay with somebody disrespecting my country and coming over here the wrong way. That's just like letting somebody walk in your house without knocking or being invited. So no, I'm never going to be okay with that. This is my country. I'm born and raised here. My parents are born and raised here. My grandparents are born and raised here, and so forth. So at the end of the day, if I stand 100% with American citizens, I don't care who don't like it. You better be glad that we are sitting back right now and allowing the process to play out, because you don't understand something. We are all waiting to see what happens, because if it comes down to it and we have to do it, we will. You just better be glad that we understand the process and we sitting back chilling, waiting. But don't you think for a minute that we ain't ready to get y'all out of here ourselves, if it need be. And I don't care who likes what I'm saying, but this is my country, and you're not going to disrespect it by coming by over here without permission. Simple as that. And I'm never going to be okay with that. You want to come to America? You're welcome to. Do it the right way. Follow the process. There you go. We have a process to come to America. And guess what? If you go through the process, that means you're more likely going to be serious about contributing to the country, benefit from what the country have, and also, check this out, you can actually contribute to the system too. And for all the immigrants that migrated here and did it the right way, thank you. Welcome to America. This is your country too. You're not just a citizen. This is your home. And we welcome you 100%. None of us in America have a problem with immigration. What we have is we have a problem with people disrespecting our country and not following the process. That's it. We welcome y'all 100%. There's a lot of amazing things in this country. I love my country, and I don't care how anybody feels about it. Guess what? We got a lot of amazing things. And if you don't like this, if you can't respect this place enough, just like my home, if you come to my house and you don't respect my home, guess what? You're going to get thrown out. And I guarantee you that's anybody in here. Anybody in here that have a home, rent, whatever. Let somebody come in your house and just walk in your front door and disrespect your home. I want you to think about this for those that think that immigration is okay. Imagine somebody come into your house. Imagine somebody come into your house. And God forbid, I hope this never happens to anyone. And you got children. And they touch one of your children. It's one thing to have to deal with it and possibly be somebody, your relative and stuff like that. But they come into your house and then they touch one of your children. That's the same as if they might coming into your country and touching your fellow citizens. Now, I know they're not close to you, It has a different effect. I get that part. But it's only but so long before it goes from there to your door. That's why you have to stop it over there. You never let it come into your country. We got enough of our own problem to be taking on someone else's. Appreciate your word away from here. Let me see what y'all saying, because I was on a rant and I had to. I agree. I don't mute nobody. I try to let them go, but at some point they just get stupid. You got a question, Dixon? I don't know. I guess I get to it. What are your thoughts on homosexuality? It's demonic. I'm sorry. It's demonic. That's my thoughts on it. And I know people want to get. Listen. My thoughts on homosexuality is this: it does. If two men lay with two men, they don't produce life. If two women lay with two women, they don't produce life. We are in this world to procreate and reproduce life. I know that it's demonic because it's Satan's plan, along with abortion, is an attack on humanity. Because that is the reason why he makes people feel that way. It's a spirit. It's demonic. And he get people to the point where they believe it's okay, and it really isn't. And I'm telling you the truth. You might not like what I'm saying, but it's the truth. It is Satan's way to end humanity. Because I want to ask you this question. If every man laid with every man and every woman laid with every woman, you would never have been here to ask that question in the first place. If you come in this country and you did not follow the rules, I mean, you didn't come here the right way, I don't care what you did while you're here. Got to go back. I bet if I made up a decision to debate, you would. I don't listen. You can debate me all you want to, but again, a lot of times people want to debate, and you can debate me on stuff that I might not know nothing about. But I guarantee you this: I'm a common sense person, and if it don't make sense, I'm gonna call you out on it. I didn't stop nobody from commenting. Everybody that's been commenting is still there. I did kick one person out, but that was a while ago after 40 minutes of stupidity. So when you say that, Josh, it's easy for you to say that you disagree, but yet you're still here. Ain't nobody debate, ain't nobody stop you. Yeah, most of the people, they all just timing out. I'm not messing. It was one person I did, but I went back and forth with the person for a whole bunch of time. And that's it. I got rid of. Why? And here's the thing. The person that I got rid of, it ain't because of that. I know who the person is. See, y'all keep you thinking it's because of that. I didn't ban nobody. The one person that I banned on here, I know who the person is. And I know they're coming back again because they're going to create a whole new channel. And that's why when I banned them, I said, now go create another YouTube channel. Because I know who they are. And I know what they do. That's why I did it. I know who it is. They're going to go create another YouTube channel and they're going to come back again. So you think you know, but you really don't know. My mods don't do nothing. They all know not to do that. Any people on my channel, they already know. I always tell them, I said, unless somebody is being extremely disrespectful, I don't care about your political stance. You can debate that all day long. I don't care about where you stand politically and stuff like that. I'm good with that. None of my mods ever put nobody off my channel because they've been on my channel long enough to know that I want the smoke. That's what you don't understand. I invite the smoke here. I always invited the smoke. The only time it is when they get and when they start calling people the N-word and when they start talking all of this disrespectful stuff, I give you time to check your behavior. And if you can't check your behavior and keep it civil, then at that point I'll leave it open. But none of them, so far, nobody has done anything to nobody. I am the only one right now in this whole line that banned one person who I already know who they are. And they're going to go create another YouTube channel and they're going to come right back again. None of my mods ever do it. They've been on my channel forever. They know not to do it. And that's why you still here, Josh. We didn't do it to you. Slander. Let me explain something to you about the United States of America. And let me explain something to you about this statement that you make when you say they're going to come for African Americans. That is again, I go back to common sense, right? Why in the world would they wait till now? What wasn't Trump in office before? He could have did it then. If he was intending to go after African Americans, this is how stupid these people are. They think this is how stupid they think I am. If Trump was intended to go after African Americans, why he didn't do it in his first term? He was there 4 years. Why didn't he do it then? He didn't make it. Listen, he didn't make that a bigger issue until the Biden administration started letting all these illegals over here. And here's the thing about that. You see those things behind me? That's how you fight against government tyranny. That's how you protect yourself from with the Second Amendment. So if any president or any type of one decide to be a dictator, and if they think they want to come for me because my skin is melanated, at least I got something. It might not be the best, might not even compete to what they have, but I have something to fight with. But here's something else I have. I have a team. We're not stupid. So when you say that type of stuff, you're not making sense. It's common sense. If I had that intentions, I would have did it. He was in Washington, D.C., where a lot of melanated people live at. A lot of black people live at. Could have rounded them up then. And my thing is this, where you going to take them to? Because it's not like there's another country going to welcome us in. So when you say he's going to come and get African Americans, where are you going to take them to? Because there's no country going to just take us in. Because if he take us and ship us somewhere else, you know what they're going to do? We don't want them. Send them back. But I'm going to entertain the ignorance anyway. Josh, get out of your feelings. They ain't calling you names. A liar is a liar. People call me liar. You don't see me mad. They call me Uncle Tom. They call me Uncle Ruckus. They call me a sellout. They call me all types of stuff. Somebody earlier called me George Jefferson. I don't even know what that was about. They came in. Insult. No, nothing there. They didn't say good morning, how you doing, whatever. Straight in, insult. I love it. I love it. You guys, I love it. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. I love it. Why are they gunning for a rise out of legal law-abiding? To be honest with you, Justice, I don't know, but I'm going to be honest with you. They don't know what they're asking for. They really don't know what they're asking for. They don't. Obama deported more than Trump, but he didn't use military tactics. He should have. If he didn't, he should have. Why not? Why do we have a military if we can't use it? Why do we have a military and we can't use it? We send our military in all these other countries to do all this stuff for other countries. Why we can't use our military at home to get rid of people that ain't supposed to be here? They invaded the country. Listen, they invaded the country. Then the military need to get them up out of here. I'm okay with it. You know what? I'm gonna have to give you credit on that one, Cat. You're probably gonna be right about that. That's why they're gonna pack us up and send us back. Ryan, you welcome in my home, and the town just don't bring. Why not, man? Wait, Howard. I hear what you're saying, bro, but you gotta think about it. Wouldn't that be entertaining? I want you to think about it, Josh. I mean, Howard, think about it. If we brought a Josh there, it would be extremely entertaining. We ain't got to fight and do all this. It ain't got to be all that, man. Just for the sake of conversation, that would be the highlight of the day, man. If you want to fight against a dictator, then how could you justify supporting Trump? He has broken multiple laws and is talking about canceling elections. First of all, you need to go follow Truth Social and you need to go follow Donald DJT and get out of all of the noise out there. I know you're not going to do it, but I'm just going to say it for the sake of conversation. Number two, do you understand what a dictator is? Slander. As I know you don't. There's no way you understand what a dictator is by making that statement. Number one, if I got up right now and criticized Trump, right? If I got up and criticized Trump publicly out there in the street and nothing happens, that means he's not a dictator. All of these people went out into the street and protested against Trump. How many of them did he stop? Zero. Why? Because it's their right. A dictator ain't going to let you do that. To the point where Trump is even trying to stop dictators in other countries from doing it to their people. So to say that he's a dictator tells me how ignorant that you are. You don't understand what a dictator is. Number two, how many people on social media right now are criticizing Trump and has not got banned doing it? See, a dictator would have banned them and made sure they don't have the right to say what they want to say. That's a dictator. Now, I'm not talking about the behavior part of what these people are doing out in the street because that is wrong. But as long as you're protesting peacefully, a dictator, he's not. Number one. Number two, why would a dictator go and look at the Second Amendment and say, listen, you are infringing on people's right to keep and bear arms. We need to fix this. See, a dictator wouldn't have did that. A dictator would have said, look, we need to go get all the guns from everybody so they don't have their right to defend themselves with good weapons against government tyranny. See, that's what a dictator would do. So you need to first go find out the behavior of a dictator before you start looking at Trump as a dictator. Because the one thing clearly he is not, and he hasn't done anything that even remotely come close to being a dictator since he's been in office. Invite. So Josh, let me get this straight. So Josh, you want to come on my show? Again, you don't know what you're talking about, Chad. Canceling elections would be the start of a dictatorship. Now, here's the thing. First of all, the president don't have the power to cancel elections. That's why we have a Supreme Court. Genius. Number one, the president don't have a power to cancel elections. I'm going to tell you what they need to do. They need to get rid of, and I am 100% for getting rid of mail-in ballots. Because I've seen way too many videos of people stuffing ballots. People are being able to vote that should not be in our voting system. Illegal immigrants, them stuffing ballots. So what I think they need to do, and if it means canceling an election until we start doing it fair in the right way, then cancel it. See, I understand why he's saying that. He don't have the power to do it, but yeah, because we got too much fraud going on in the elections. You got too many people making up fake ballots, people voting that should not have been voting, dead people voting. We need to get rid of it. Mail-in ballots should not be a way of our form of voting because we got too many people filling out other people's ballots, voting for people. You need to show up the same day and vote. And if you don't show up to vote that day, guess what? You just missed out. I don't agree with mail-in ballots. I never agreed with that. I knew that it was a slick move on the Democratic Party to be able to steal an election. Let me explain something to you. The Supreme Court didn't give them orders. See, the Supreme Court and these local courts are not the same. No local court really have, Trump don't have to listen to none of them. Y'all better be glad he even sitting there entertaining that stuff. He's the president of the United States. These local courts don't have no power over him. And he's still kind of respecting it. Because the truth be told, he don't have to listen to them. Not at all. I like to entertain that conversation, though. When you say democracy, right? So how did Kamala Harris become the front runner of the Democratic Party when you start talking about democracy? Because none of them follow democracy on the Democratic side, and I don't see y'all having a problem with that part. Because if you want to talk about democracy, first of all, let me explain something to you else. United States of America is not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. So you can take the democracy part out of that. But if I'm going to entertain the conversation about democracy, how in the world did Kamala Harris become the front runner of the Democratic Party when you start talking about democracy? Nobody got mad at her. Nobody got mad at the Democratic Party for not going through a whole election to make sure that she's the front runner and give them a chance to pick another person. They just threw her in there and said, this is who y'all got to vote for. First of all, we never had mail-in ballots. We never did that. Mail-in ballots was only for certain people that was out of the country, and that's it. Mail-in ballots was never part of our system of voting until that COVID stuff they did. Mail-in ballots was not our way. We went to the poll and we voted. The only people that used mail-in ballots was the military and people that couldn't get to the poll because of like extreme health issues and military. It was not for everyday people to be voting that way. That's when the corruption started on a large scale. You don't understand our court. Supreme Court, the Supreme Court, federal Supreme Court, again, is different than these local so-called Supreme Courts in these states and stuff. Our Constitution is supreme law. And you can't tell me one place where Trump violated supreme law. Y'all making this stuff up. That's not true. And this is when you lose. You look like, now this person, so this is what I mean when they first come in, straight to the insult, but I don't care. Again, so you just proved my point, Chad. Mail-in ballots wasn't for any and everybody to just be voting with that way. You had to have a legitimate reason why you could not make it to the poll. This is how, again, you guys don't know what y'all be talking about. I agree, Mark. I don't even want this. I don't want them to just have voter ID. I want them to have proof of citizenship. This is where the reason why I want them to have proof of citizenship, because we had probably easily 1 million people illegally vote in America in 2020 election. Easily 1 million illegal votes. So therefore, I want proof of citizenship too. Yeah, well, you need to go back to civics class and get out of your feelings. Again, is the Constitution is supreme law or not? I'm asking you a question, Chad. What is supreme law in the United States of America? Jasmine Crockett, 2028. Yeah, y'all funny. Listen, we're going to go to commercial for a few seconds, and we'll be right back. Don't y'all go nowhere. Hang in there. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Thank y'all.
Fellas, ladies, you're looking for lotions? You're looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it, and they're probably killing you? No problem. We got you. Go check out my people from top to bottom hair and skincare. That's top to bottom hair and skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
All right, so let's go to chat. Let me see. Is it balls? No, it ain't. The company that y'all seen the commercial for, they make hair care and skincare products, and plus they're American-made company. They make care. I use their hair care products. I use their skincare products. I use it all the time because they support the channel. They're offering a 15% discount on anything that you purchase of $35 and up. And you have to put in the promo code of OG Network 26. So if you go to their website, which is on my channel, the link is on my channel, and you go there and you make a purchase of $35 and up, you get a 15% discount on all your purchases. They make body wash, hair care, deodorant. They make a whole lot of self-care products, and they're all non-toxic, so they don't put toxic chemicals in their product. And they make candles too. And I'm a happy customer. And because so they decided to give me a promo code, which is OG Network 26. If you go to their website, which is you can click the link on my channel, you'll be able to get a 15% discount on your purchase of $35 and up. All right, let me get back to the chat. Y'all moving too fast for me. I can't keep up with y'all. Right, and Howard, that's the reason why I said I want proof of citizenship, because I noticed that a lot of them got driver's license too now, so they can still get into it. They can still vote. Is my point. But what's up? Not too late. God bless you. Welcome in. Make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate it. My thing is this: is that, and it all goes back to common sense. Why would you want to open the door for people to be able to corrupt? Listen, Chad, I want you to hear what I'm saying. Really, seriously. Let's take out I don't like Trump. Let's take out I don't like politicians. I want you to look at this from a center perspective. Why would you want to have an election where people can go and grab mail-in ballots, make up fake stuff, fake names, and vote into your elections? You wouldn't want that. Listen, it doesn't matter whether you're Republican or Democrat. Why would you want that? I never wanted that, because that opens the door for corruption on either side. What you want is fair and honest elections, meaning you want the person to show up, you want the person to vote one time and one time only. That's it. It's too much room for corruption when you do it that way. That's common sense. If I don't see who's filling out the ballot, and then you come and you stuffing 20 and 30 ballots in the ballot box at a time, nobody's checking all of that. They just counting ballots. And I'm trying to tell you that that's where you're going to open the door for cheating. It don't matter what side you're on. That's just common sense. Yeah, they switch up, Leah, every time. They switch up to what's convenient. We've seen that over and over. They switch up to what's convenient. That's why they always they want ID. Now they don't want ID. They keep switching up to whatever is convenient in the moment. They don't have nothing that they really stand on. That's why they fall for everything. What is my thoughts on JD Vance? I think he woke up and is decent. All right, this is where I'm probably going to lose a lot of people. I'm not there yet with JD Vance. I like him. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a decent person. I think he's smart. I think he's very intelligent. There's a lot about JD Vance I like, but I'm not. Does he have my vote right now? No. I can tell you that much. He don't have my vote. That don't mean I wouldn't vote for him. I'm still looking at all the other. I'm looking to see who's all going to run. Right now, honestly, for me personally, I'm still leaning towards Ron DeSantis. That's just me personally. Doesn't mean I would not vote for JD Vance. If he became the front runner, then guess what? That's who I'm voting for. But I'm still not 100% on JD Vance right now. When I make my decision, everybody's going to know it because I'm going to campaign for the person that I feel is better for the country. But I'm not there yet. But that's just me personally. But I do think JD Vance is very smart. I think he's a very intelligent person. I don't but I'm just not 100. I'm not sold on him yet. But that, we'll see how it plays out. We got time. What black person? All right, y'all. Everybody, hold up. I like this question. So everybody's freeze for a second. Ron, he said, this is the question, y'all. Ron, serious question. What black person is a better pick than Trump? That's an easy one for me. That's an easy one for me. You know why that's an easy one for me? Because I know a black person. I know a person that just happened to be black that is a better fit than Trump. And that's me, myself, and I. Me. And that's the reason why I voted for Trump. Because if you listen to some of my older videos, I said the only person that I think would do a better job than Trump as a commander-in-chief would be myself. That's why I voted for Trump, because he's doing exactly what I would do for the most part. So, yes, me. To answer to your question. Now, that don't mean it's true. But because I like what Trump is doing, his decision-making is very in line with mine, bang, we good. But I ain't running for president, so I had to vote for the next best thing, which is him. We bet it's best to let legals vote. No, they won't. Not in this election. I don't care what people I don't care who people vote for, but illegal immigrants should not be voting in none of our elections. And if they were better at picking elections and making choices, then why are they here? If illegal immigrants were better at making decisions, they wouldn't have never left their own country. That's real talk. If illegal immigrants was better at voting, they wouldn't have left their own country to try to come here. They would have stayed where they're at and made their country great. I don't trust these people enough to trust them to do the right thing because I've seen too much corruption. This is the reason why I don't want mail-in ballots. And honestly, I don't even want the machines. Chad, I'm going to go back to this. I don't even want the machines. I want one day voting on the ballot, done. That's it. I don't even want the machines because I don't trust the machines neither. I don't never use them. Where we at? Did I miss anything? Man, y'all rolling in the chat. I can't keep up with y'all. Y'all too fast for me. He says Vance is a puppet. I don't know. I can't really speak to that because I don't. Like I said, I'm not 100% sold on JD Vance, but that don't mean that I'm not going to vote for him. It just means I'm still looking at all of the candidates and seeing what it is, see who's going to run. I must have missed something, Chad. I don't know if you were talking to me, but I might have missed what you were saying. Ron DeSantis wear high heels, no thanks. Well, here's the thing. I mean, I get what you're saying about the high heels, but I like a lot of what he did down in Florida. He's showing, in my opinion, he had some really strong leadership, even though he had heels on. Or what they cowboy boots? I don't know. But either way, because the cowboy boots got heels, right? Oh, okay. But I'm like I said, I'm not 100% sold on JD Vance. I want to see everybody that's going to run, and then I'll make a better assessment of who I'm going to vote for. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm gonna let Leah finish it, but Ron 2028. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Appreciate y'all very, very much. I got 2 votes. Oh, snap. I might win this election. I got 2 votes. I got 2 votes, y'all. I might win. Yeah, Leah, actually, Leah, when you make this statement right here, you're absolutely right. The reason why I have to all right, when somebody comes in my channel and they start like trying to overload the chat and not actually engaging in the conversation back and forth, then I'm going to ban them because you're childish and you're being childish. The other thing is that I welcome conversation. And if you watch my channel, you follow me long enough, I always tell people, listen, I'm okay with conversation, long as it's conversation. We don't have to agree. We really don't have to agree. But I'm going to tell you something. This is what makes America great. The fact that we can have, listen, right here on this channel, and Leah and them have been here a while, so they already know they probably already have an idea what I'm getting ready to say. The reason why I tell people to come here and let's talk about it so that we understand that we're having a conversation about our political disagreement. And this is how it's supposed to go. Nobody is supposed to die. Nobody is supposed to get shot. Nobody is supposed to get violent taken against them. This is how it's supposed to go. Yes, there's going to be some emotions in there. Yes, somebody going to say some hurtful stuff here and there. But this is how you handle it. You talk about it. You talk about it to the point where you're able to calm yourselves down and actually start listening to each other's conversation. And the more we listen to each other's conversation, the more we will have a better perspective of what this is about. If you're born and raised in this country, this is your country. I know for a fact that when I was growing up where I was, they tried to make it look like that this was not my country. And I did not realize then that I was being told wrong by adults. They made me feel like that as an African American, or whatever way y'all want to label it, black person, African American, that I'm in America and I'm a visitor. This is how they made me feel. When I went to school and the stuff that they were saying, it made me feel like that I really wasn't supposed to be a part of this country, that I didn't have no rights. Everybody else did. It wasn't until I became adult and I really started to realize what it was doing, what it did. And that's the reason why I tell everybody, this is my country. And I'm not going to let nobody tell me that it's not. No, you can't deport me because you can't deport me out of my home. No, you can come get me. You can try. And this is the point that I keep making. The noise doesn't get anything done. The conversation helps us educate each other, sharpen each other's skill, get out of all of this rhetoric stuff, and find a way to make America great on our own individual process. Stop fighting the wrong fight. What's up, my brother 47? How you doing? God bless you. Hopefully all is well with you. Hopefully God is blessing your life. Back to what I was saying. This is what we need in this country. Oh, I got 3 votes. Oh, I got 4 votes. Oh, I'm about to win, y'all. I got 4 votes. What's going on, my brother? But here's the thing, y'all. Really, really, really. Seriously. Understand this, is that the more we show the world, each other, and all our American citizens that we can talk about this without being violent. We can talk about this without going back at each other's throat. And guess what's going to happen? The more we as United States citizens come together and not let the government and politicians have us apart, because this is what their plan always be, is to have us arguing with each other to where we can't come together. It's okay to disagree. It's 100%. It's okay. Because here's the thing. Every one of us that walks away from this conversation is still going to be chewing on, what I call chewing on, recycling what they talked about and what they heard in their brain. And if you do it long enough and you allow common sense to take place, and if for some reason you are wrong, you'll correct yourself. If you care enough, you will correct yourself. If for some reason you're not, then you're going to say, okay, I can still stand on what I stand on because I see now no one has proven me to be wrong with this particular information. That's it. We got to get back to having common sense and not letting everybody else get us in these modes. It's not that serious. It is that serious, but it's not that serious. If you're American, love each other, care about each other, even though sometimes we might not always agree. But one thing you should never let nobody do is violate your country. Because if you're an American citizen, if you caught driving a car without a license, you're going to get fined. You're going to get a ticket, or in some cases, you might even actually get arrested and spend a night in jail or whatever. I don't know. If you caught drunk driving, you might get arrested. Meaning that we as American citizens aren't allowed to get away with breaking the laws on a regular basis. Sometimes the police was nice and say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to let you off with a warning. But if someone comes across your country, across that border, and don't respect your country enough to say, you know what, I want to go to America, but I want to do it the right way, and I want to respect their rules, their laws, because I want to go and I want to be able to stay. That's it. I want to go there, but I want to be able to stay there. I don't want to go in there and disrespect that country by coming across that border illegally, or staying longer than we gave you permission for. Because if I gave you permission to come in my house and I say, okay, 1 o'clock, you got to go. And at 3 o'clock, you still in my house. That's a problem. I told you at 1 o'clock, you got to go. Now you still here, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm going to throw you out because you didn't follow the rules. It's my home. It's the same thing when y'all people try to feel sorry for people that overstay their visa. You had to go. I understand. It might look ugly, but the rule is a rule. You have to go home. You overstayed your time. We gave you permission to stay a certain amount of time. Sorry, stay too long. You got to go. That's it. And those are common sense stuff. It does not have to be a whole political argument over it. Just think common sense. And the more you go back to common sense, the more you're going to see it for yourself. See, I don't care about this is not about I like Trump, I dislike Trump, I stand with Trump, I don't stand with Trump. This ain't even got nothing to do about it. I look at what's being done. If you took Trump out of the picture and put Obama in that picture, or put Kamala Harris in the picture, and they were doing the very same thing, I would be 100% okay with it. That's my point. It has nothing to do with the individual. It has everything to do with what they're doing. So I don't care what face is there. These are the things that I want as an American citizen done. And if it means, if it's a white person, black person, Chinese person, as long as they're American and they're doing the right thing by the people, that's all I care about. I don't care what face is there. It just so happened that that face for me was running on the things that I actually wanted for my country. And that's why they got my vote. And they proven it the first 4 years that they were there, that they can do it. That's why they got my vote. That's it. Had nothing to do with the person. It has everything to do with the rule, what they were trying to do. And you should never vote for somebody just because you like them. Listen to what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying y'all have to listen to me. And I know my channel, Ron's opinion, don't matter. But I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. Never vote for somebody because you like them. That is the worst decision that you can make as a citizen of America, is to vote for somebody based on like. And I didn't vote for Trump because I like him. I learned a lot more about him. And I said, okay, he's actually a decent dude, but that's not why I voted for him. I voted for him because of the job that I knew that he showed that he can do the job better than anybody I've ever seen do it. And I wanted him back in office to finish the job that he started. I remember his 4 years and I was okay with it and it went well. And I wanted that back. That was my choice. Doesn't mean everybody has to choose my way. I'm just telling y'all why I did what I did. I don't want to see more black children being executed in the womb. And I'm sick of mostly, and not all, but mostly white liberal women out there campaigning for black children to be executed in the womb. I'm not okay with that. I don't like it. I'm not okay with that. And I'm tired of the government funding the execution of black children. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. 40% of the abortions that happen in America are from black children. And our tax dollars have been funding the execution of black babies. I'm tired of it, and I don't want it no more. And the fact that he's defunding this stuff is one of the reasons why I voted for Trump. So for somebody to get in office who they call a racist, to go into office and try to defund the very thing that is executing black children, and none of these people have a problem with it, is the reason why I have a problem with them. But yet they're out there in front of Planned Parenthood still campaigning to off more black babies. And the Democratic Party, by and large, is the ones that's funding it. And here's my problem with that. They don't have a problem with that execution. Point number 2. Across America, a lot of murders have been happening in black cities, in black and Hispanic cities, right? A lot of crime, a lot of everything. Democrats been running these cities forever, and they still to this day refuse to do anything about it. But we got a president who they called the racist decided to make a decision to save more black lives because this is where it's happening at. And again, they have a problem with it. Why would you be mad at saving black lives? Why would you be mad at saving black babies in the womb? The only reason why you hate Trump is because he's saving black lives and y'all don't like it. Y'all don't like it. And I'm not saying the people on my chat. I'm saying anyone that protests and campaigns against that, you are the true, real racist. And I want you to let that one sink in. Don't tell me you like life when you okay with them taking it. This is why I voted for Trump. And I can go on and on and on, but I'm not. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there. But again, we should be able to have these conversations. Chad, God bless you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Josh, thank you for coming in. Leah, appreciate you. My brother, 47, Justice runs on diesel. God bless y'all, my brothers. Thank y'all for coming in. Good to see y'all doing well. My brother, 47, man, I hope all is well with you. I know you was going through some things. Always praying for you. Hopefully God is blessing your life and things are going well for you. And here's the thing, y'all. Thank you, guys. I love my YouTube family. You know what I mean? They strong. They hold it down. Chad, I thank you. I hope you don't become one of those people that just want to come here. I hope you come back. Josh, I hope you come back. Real talk. I hope y'all come back. This is what we need. Listen, Chad, Josh, Leah has a channel too. She has a YouTube channel. Follow her on her channel. Support her channel. You ain't got to agree with her, but just follow her. My man 47 has a YouTube channel. Follow them. My man Justice has a YouTube channel. Follow them. Listen, these are real good people. You don't have to agree with everything they said, but they're real good people. And that's real talk. Our job as American citizens is not to complain about the president, but to help the president make America great for all of us. And still hold him accountable for his job. Do I agree? There have been moments where I've disagreed with Trump on things, and I made it known. And I've made it known. But the most part, I haven't. But again, y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. I got to get ready to go. Appreciate y'all. Make sure, again, today is Martin Luther King celebration of Martin Luther King birthday. I know there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of different things out there as a celebration of Martin Luther King birthday. Some people do read whatever. It's not even about that. I applaud and I appreciate anybody to make a conscious effort to make the world a better place. And I think that's what Martin Luther King was trying to do. Some may agree with his approach. Some may disagree with his approach. But one thing I do agree with is the fact that he was trying to make the United States and the world a better place. And that's where I'm at. And for everybody that's on the live, man, make sure y'all take good out there. Be safe out there. I know you guys are doing what y'all doing what y'all doing out there. My man Mark, God bless you. Again, appreciate the donation to the channel. It helps a whole lot. Appreciate you. And make sure y'all following Josh. Make sure y'all following each other's channel, chatting. Guys, if you guys got YouTube channels and y'all working on something, understand this. We don't have to agree with you, but we will support your channel if there's something that you got going on. Really, really, really appreciate y'all. Yes, it was fun, Leah. It was a whole lot of fun. Thank y'all, guys. And Josh, I thank y'all for not running, man. For real. Even though we didn't agree with y'all, thank y'all for not running. But welcome to the family, man. Welcome to the YouTube family. There's other things that I do on my channel. And it's not all just about politics. I have a show called Philly Talk, which I'll be back to doing tonight, and it's not about politics. It's just that we showcase people from Philadelphia if we can find. Sometimes we don't get a chance to find nobody to come on, but we do. We got the Fracture Show, which is where we make fun of people that come on and they troll us, that type of stuff. So there's a lot of different things that's going back and forth on my channel. So make sure y'all get a chance to check out all the other things that we're doing on the OG network. Ron's opinion don't matter. And we appreciate y'all. And with that said, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Every single one of y'all have a blessed day. And make sure y'all check out top to bottom hair and skincare products. Make sure y'all take advantage of that 15% discount on all your purchases of $35 and up. And we out of here. Peace.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.